Hello everyone, this is Globku, Sylaia and Zakske. We are Magical Noob taking a look at Tomb Raider. We decided to have a threesome today.
Yeah,
Yay.
love that.
Is it your first time? Are you guys nervous?
Yeah, I got some issues with that.
Right. Tomb Raider. It's a reboot of the Tomb Raider franchise. It explores the origins of Lara Croft as an explorer. And it's actually the 5th Tomb Raider developed by Crystal Dynamics. They've developed 4 Tomb Raiders in the past.
Yeah, I haven't tried them all, to be honest. Just the 2 first, I guess, on PlayStation 1.
Those are not developed by Crystal Dynamics. Those were developed by some guys that I forget the name. Core something. It's not really important, is it?
No.
So this is a third-person action-adventure game. There's lots of platforming in it. There's shooting, some puzzles. Is accompanied by a narrative, an upgrade system, and multiplayer this time. We also have multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but let's talk about the single player first. What did you guys like the most about the single player?
Okay, can I start?
Yeah, you can start.
First of all, I'm much into shooters, so it begins with a gun first, but when it gets to the rifle.
It begins with a bow, actually.
Yeah, the bow, gun, and yeah, it keeps going up. I like the realistic thing about the guns. It's not just sharpshooting. You hit the target every time. It spreads if you just keep the trigger down.
Yeah, and unless you upgrade, the spread is worse or better.
Yeah, it depends.
When you do upgrade your weapon, it feels a lot more safe to fire it.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed with that.
Yeah, and the whole story, actually, I just think it's a bit too much. How much you get hurt, but I like her screaming.
It's a sexy kind of screaming, definitely. But she does get hurt a lot, and she just walks it off.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing at all. Like right at the start, she burns her own feet, she stabs herself, and 2 minutes later, you're just walking around. It's fine.
Not giving a shit.
The story is indeed something that I really like. There's not a dull moment in the story. I feel there's no filler moments, no moments that are just there to make the game longer or anything. There's always something very interesting going on. And I love the pacing that the story is told. I finished the game in 7 hours. Don't know how it was with you guys.
Same.
I haven't finished it because I started playing Diablo again.
That is not right. But I haven't gotten. I didn't get all the collectibles yet and stuff. So, but just the main story took me 7 hours, something like that. And it's a good length for a game like this.
Yeah,
I felt it was okay. I was satisfied with it.
Yeah,
I just remember one guy said it took 14 hours, but yeah.
I read somewhere that that the single player was 14 hours long.
Maybe if
whoever said that it lied.
Yeah,
okay.
Probably bad at gaming.
You were saying, Zax?
I was going to say maybe if I played on hard, but then still it's too long.
I know, still too long. The only difference to hard is how tough the enemies are. So maybe you have to do 2 headshots instead of 1.
Oh, they don't get smarter or anything? No?
I don't think so. No, I played on normal, then I played on easy.
No,
I didn't feel a difference. They died much faster. They did less damage to you. I didn't feel a difference in intelligence at all.
The AI is the same. Just walking around looking for you, saying the same things.
Yeah. The environment, the art style, the soundtrack, everything sets...
Sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet. Everything sets you for that intensity that is to be on an island where the only thing that matters is to survive, and it doesn't matter what you do to survive. I like how everything was set to make you feel that pressure. I don't know if you watched the show Arrow, Sylaia, but I know you do, Zax. I had the same feeling that the guy had when he was on the island, you know?
Yeah,
the way it's described, just do anything or you're dead. And that experience changes a person, and that's what it ends up doing with Lara. That's how she becomes this adventurer. I'm not gonna say what happens because we don't spoil stuff, but it's a life-changing experience.
Yeah, it looks a lot like each other.
The death sequences are also pretty awesome. When Lara dies on something, and they show the little clip of her dying. Some of those things are brutal. I'm so glad they included those. Really cool. What do you guys think about the platforming?
It works very fine. But yeah, very good. But just sometimes with the climbing tool, it's just off. It didn't work for me sometimes, and every time I jump into the wall, she just fell down for some reason.
Huh.
I don't know if that's just me being bad, but sometimes it was a bit off.
I didn't experience that at all.
No, me neither.
That's just you being bad.
Yeah, probably.
Do you feel it was a bit slow, especially on the climbing?
No, because I think it should be still a bit realistic, the climbing part. So the climbing part is like just realistic enough to be not over the top. I mean, she climbs pretty fast and she doesn't get tired. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I absolutely know what you mean, and I agree. I came from playing Sleeping Dogs and then Assassin's Creed, so when I started playing Tomb Raider, it did feel a bit slow, but I think it's mainly because I've been playing those games before.
Yeah.
But it does feel realistic and fast enough not to be that boring, because the wall climb sequences are not usually that big. Like, you don't have to climb a 50-story building.
No, indeed.
Yeah, it's just short periods of. To me, they were short.
That just meant you liked the game then. You didn't notice the long periods of you just climbing up the house to the helicopter like that.
No, I noticed enough that I thought about the previous games where you climbed faster, but I didn't notice enough for it to bother me.
Okay, that's clear.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now the PC version, I have some issues with it. There's occasional crashes and glitches. I experienced that. You also experienced that, apparently.
Yeah,
me too.
a lot. Especially in the start when you had to do the QuickTime button event, and at the start I failed a couple of times to get used to it, and if I failed 2 times in a row, it always crashed.
Really?
Yeah, really. So
alright,
that was cool.
That didn't happen to me. I had occasional, just no warning, no idea what caused it. The graphics would start getting all glitchy and then the game would crash. Or sometimes it would just crash, no warning.
It also crashed when I tapped out. So
I tapped out a lot and didn't happen to me.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. It's weird, but crashes and glitches are kind of weird like that. Also, another thing I didn't like on the PC, the QuickTime events are represented by symbols.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Right at the start, you're supposed to mash E, and you see the symbol of a hand, of a red hand.
Yeah.
So you kind of know E equals hand. But other symbols, they don't go through that process of teaching you that this symbol is this button. I had a lot of issues with F being the exclamation mark. Just died over and over on the first QuickTime event that I had. Just died and died and died.
Yeah.
Now on consoles this isn't an issue because they show like
it's
the Y button. Yeah, it's just the Y or the triangle. It shows right in the middle. It doesn't show an exclamation mark. I think it could have been done better.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
For that part you can see it's a bit console port, so that's
yeah.
It is.
It's like in multiplayer Globku. We don't know how to revive people because it's just 2 arrows down. How the fuck were we supposed to know that?
I think it's double tap shift. I still have to confirm that theory.
Oh shit.
Alright, let's talk about multiplayer since we're on multiplayer. There are 4 game modes: Rescue, Team Deathmatch, Cry for Help, and Free for All. We'll go into each game mode later, but now let's talk about the multiplayer in general. What did you guys like? What did you guys
I was actually impressed. I think it works perfectly. Just in the beginning, you're screwing around, people get angry because I don't know how to revive them. Else, it works.
Yeah,
I think they integrated really well the single player mechanics, like the climbing, the zip lines, the bow. The bow on multiplayer works awesome.
It is pretty good. I think it looked a bit like the multiplayer from Max Payne, actually. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but
a bit more simplified though, because Max Payne has a lot more weapons, and I feel Max Payne is a lot more complex. Also with the bullet time dynamics, I think Max Payne is a bit harder to get into, and the Tomb Raider multiplayer, you can just jump into it and be good right from the start. I mean, I didn't feel any trouble integrating in the multiplayer.
Yeah, but it's like the fast-paced playing that looks a lot like Max Payne, I think.
I would agree. Yes. Now, I do have some issues with the multiplayer. Number 1, you can't group with friends to join a game.
Yeah, that is annoying.
And I know what number 2 is.
If you want to play with friends, you either have enough friends to create a private match, or you have to join a game and hope to God there is an empty slot for your friend to join you.
Exactly.
Because you can't group and queue. That is a basic fail.
Mm-hmm.
Give us number 2.
Issue number 2. Voice chat.
Yeah.
Always on.
I didn't find the button yet to turn it off, because you guys
There
said...
is no button. I'm tired of searching for it. If you have a microphone, it's gonna be on.
Yep.
Now you can mute players, but there's no button to mute them all, so you have to mute them all individually, like one by one. And if another player joins in the middle of the match, you have to mute that guy too.
Yeah, it's kind of like Call of Duty. It's the same in there. You have to mute everybody separately. It's quite annoying. You should just
Here's a solution for that problem. Push the talk button.
or just start the game, the multiplayer, with muting everybody, and if you want to hear them, you can just unmute them.
My main issue with the always active voice chat is that most people don't know it's active. And you can just hear the background noise, and it's just so annoying. Sometimes they're listening to music, sometimes they have their parents yelling in the background.
Oh, you heard
It's
that?
just so annoying, dude. And you can't mute yourself either.
No, it's just, please mute me. Fuck.
It would be all fixed with a push to talk button, but it's not in the game.
I hate push to talk. And then I have to use it in Skype as well. So.
It would solve everything, though.
True.
Let's talk about each multiplayer mode. Rescue. Rescue, you have two teams. One team tries to capture medical supplies, another team tries to kill.
Yeah, it's new, it's interesting. It's not my favorite though, but it's fun.
It's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Love it. It's probably my favorite. Or one of my favorites. I like two game modes here, and I don't like the other two. And Sylaia already knows what I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Right. Team Deathmatch.
You don't like that one.
Yeah, not my favorite either. But yeah, Team Deathmatch is Team Deathmatch.
Here's my main problem with Team Deathmatch. The maps are made for two different teams with two different objectives. Like on Rescue, one team has to capture medical supplies and the other guys have to kill them. The bad guys, the Solari team, they start on higher ground. In Team Deathmatch, they have a huge advantage because they start on higher ground. And the survivors just start at a disadvantaged
In
position.
the fucking opening.
Yeah. The same maps don't work for both modes. But
No.
those are the only maps you have. You only have the 5 maps.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Cry for help. One team tries to capture control points. They are called
well, that's
transmission towers.
Yeah.
And the other team has to gather batteries. Batteries drop from the dead bodies of the survivors. So basically the other team is trying to kill, and then they kind of confirm the kill. That's how it works on Call of Duty, right?
Yeah, kill
Yeah.
confirmed, yeah.
So it's the same thing. But the other team is not trying to confirm kills. The other team is trying to capture
Battery.
transmission towers.
Okay.
I like this one. Just like Rescue,
Yeah.
I love Rescue, love this one. These are two game types that each team has their objectives and they work very well. Free for all.
Hey.
Free for all, no teams, individual gameplay. If one guy gets 5 kills without dying, he becomes the executioner.
He
The
becomes
executioner
God.
can see where all the players are.
Awesome.
That is awesome for the executioner.
It's awesome for the good player. That's why I love that. That
Here's
part.
why I don't like it. The good player gets a boost,
Yeah.
and the other players don't get anything. I mean, if the other players could see where the executioner was at all time, I would consider liking this.
That's normally
But
how
when
it works.
when the executioner is active, he's just overpowered. He knows where everyone is.
Yeah,
He
but
can't just hide in a corner.
if the other players kill the executioner, they get a big bonus. Score bonus.
Yeah,
So-
but they don't know where he is, and they don't team up. No one teams up on free for all. No one sees, oh, there's an executioner. Let's not kill each other. No.
Yeah, that's using your brain, I think it's called.
Maybe that's what they should do, but no, that doesn't happen. If they could see through the executioner through walls, just like the executioner can see everyone else, maybe. And I have some issues on free-for-all in respawn-wise. Respawns. Here's how respawn works. In team-based, you either respawn at the base or you spawn on a friend that you are spectating. You can choose, so it works fine. If you spawn on a friend and you get shot, it's your fault. You chose wrong. But on free-for-all, you don't choose at all. You spawn at random, and sometimes you just spawn right in front of some guy that is ready to shoot you.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of hard to balance, I think, in a multiplayer game.
Now, some games actually has it where it puts you where there's less players.
I don't think that's the case.
You just said the problem is you're spawning right next to people. So.
Yeah, but maybe there is like 3 players on the other side and there's only 2 on this side and I spawn in the middle of the 2. You don't know that? I also have an issue with weapons. The weapons are too unbalanced. Pistols, overpowered.
Yeah, okay,
Don't do that. Don't
true.
do that. You say... Sylaia usually says that shotguns are also overpowered. I don't think they are. Shotguns, yeah, they are one shot, but only if you're close. If you're far away, you can't use that. But the pistol? The Magnum? Jesus.
It just hits straight. It's better than a fucking sniper.
Yeah, you can use it as a sniper, and it takes like 4 shots.
If you
and the rate of fire is like pow, 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 done, dead. Next. A lot of accuracy, a lot of damage. That can never be a good combination.
Yeah, because when you hit level 20, you get a new pistol with a load of damage. It's basically just 2 shots.
It's the Magnum, I think.
Yeah, Magnum.
Yeah.
And you can just increase the clip and the damage. Jesus Christ.
Right. So, final thoughts. I would say don't buy this for the multiplayer. The single player is amazing, though. One of the best experiences. One of the best single player experiences I've had in a long time. It's good. It's immersive. It's a good take on Lara's story. The multiplayer is good to entertain yourself, but don't take it too seriously. There are leaderboards, there are ranked matches. I wouldn't get too much into it because there are a lot of balancing issues. Maybe they'll be fixed in the future, maybe not.
So
We'll
are
see.
you going for the achievement for level 60?
That's not even the last one. There's one that is to unlock all characters and purchase all upgrades, and one of the characters requires Prestige level 3.
Oh, it's with prestige level as well.
So that's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
Your final thoughts?
Well, I think the game is awesome as well. The single player looks amazing. It plays really good, except for the crashes from time to time. But for the rest, it's really awesome.
Yeah. I like it as well, and I hope to see a sequel, because that's a good game, very good game indeed. And I actually like the multiplayer. I am actually surprised how good it is.
But you don't disagree with anything that I've said?
No, there is some issues here and there, but...
Do you want to defend the multiplayer a bit?
Yeah,
Say some good stuff about
a little bit, yeah.
Right, just say some good stuff about it then. Because I have nothing else good to say.
Oh, it's probably just because I'm good at that multiplayer. I like it that
I was
much,
waiting for this.
Yeah. It's probably just why. But...
Alright. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this threesome. And
we enjoyed it.
I sure as hell enjoyed it. And if you liked it, thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, subscribe. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.